I want to move on to what's in the news. And there was a really interesting story I thought that wanted to get both of your takes on. And it's about AI. And certainly, Iryna, you're getting more and more educated about artificial intelligence and integrating certain aspects of artificial intelligence into Gemini Near Me. And we're excited about some of the things to come there. But this story was about the popular AI app ChatGPT and the fact that it can be used for virtually anything. And in the world of romance, people have used the AI tool to plan their weddings, to
Yeah.
write their vows, to score matches on Tinder and a bunch of other things. And now couples are going even further. They're using it to help them win arguments. So the
I can't
particular
believe that.
story
Okay.
is this story was from a 25-year-old guy who's dating a 28-year-old girl. And he played this out on Reddit, and he said that, every time they have a big argument, his girlfriend will go away and discuss the argument with ChatGPT.
Man.
Even sometimes while he's still there in the room, she'll do this. And that when she does this, she'll then come back with a well-constructed argument, breaking down everything that the guy did wrong during their fight.
Wow.
And the guy says that
Wow.
he's explained to her that he doesn't like the fact that she does this, and he feels like he's being ambushed with thoughts and opinions from a freaking robot.
Yeah.
And so it's nearly impossible, and I agree with him on this, for a human being to remember, every little detail about an argument. But, it's not hard for the AI to do that and then pick them apart. So, first of all, what do you think, Iryna, about, as a relationships expert, about using ChatGPT as a tool to settle arguments between couples?
First of all, I have a very complex answer, and I listened very attentively, and it's cool. It's cool that you brought it up. I want to say that before we started to launch the app, I had a very serious education on artificial intelligence. And I know that it can help you to build yourself up and your business, and it can help to break you as well if you use it without your personal idea or unconsciously. So when you work with artificial intelligence, especially with ChatGPT, it could be very useful, very helpful for you and your businesses when you know how to set up a command. This is the most important thing, what you have to embrace. The second thing I want to tell you, when two people are arguing, they have their points of views. They have their mentalities, background, education, and why they take this or that situation in a different way, why they fight. So there is such a psychiatrist in France. His name is Lacan, and there is a theory of big other. We, all of us, whether it's your husband, wife, business partner, love partner, we all have horizontal relationship, even if it's your mother or father. And the only one vertical relationship in life we have with higher spirit, God, intuition, you can call it either way. So when person tells you that, oh, ChatGPT said, or my astrologer said, or my mother said, it means that at this second, this person puts somebody on the place of God in this vertical position. So what she's doing, she is giving a privilege to the expert who is ChatGPT, and it's very general expert, and put it on the place that this is like the only answer, because she decided that ChatGPT is always right, which is incorrect. Because first of all, you have to know how to give a command. Second, there are always two opinions. That's why you need a therapy, life therapist who will listen to two points of view, to two background stories to understand each participant. The second thing I want to tell you, because in the app, we have AI driven features, and we have features that were developed just by me as a relationship expert and psychologist. So what about AI driven feature? That is actually our secret feature. But as soon as you brought it up, I have to open it up and speak about it. I'm training an expert who would do the thing that this girl, and thank you, because now I know that market needs it a lot. But it's not going to be ChatGPT, because to address ChatGPT, it's like to go to gynecolog and ask about your problem with lungs. It's still a doctor, but it's the doctor in a different niche. So ChatGPT can't give you a variety of questions. It would be too general. It wouldn't understand your background. It wouldn't understand all your psychological triggers, your mother-father relationship, situation with your inner kid. That's what I'm doing. And I'm doing it very deeply, very seriously. And I spend a lot of time to train AI machine to be me. And
Mm.
it wouldn't be me even after that. And believe me, it's a lot of knowledge. It's not that you just give, okay, read Sigmund Freud and answer this way. It would be very general. It will be very indifferent and very like, you know, not clear enough answer to really help you out. So
Yeah.
if you want to wait to something that would be helpful, deep and serious, wait for our AI avatar feature that will come out very soon. It's going to be something like surprise for our users by Christmas time or Thanksgiving, I guess so,
Cool.
in the best time. But I still do believe that just to put ChatGPT on the place of something like significant other, big other, as they say in psychology, it's not the right thing to do. This guy is
Yeah.
right. It's too robotic.
I'm going to say something too. Well, first of all, if you're going to rely on a robot to solve your relationship dilemmas, I hope you fucked a robot before. I mean, that would help. If the robot's going to tell me my life, my sex life, my relationship, then I bet I've had sex with that robot, or else they don't know me full well. The other thing is, I don't even know. I'm playing the dummy on the block. I can't even understand how this whole AI thing works, how it begins, where it begins from. I have no clue. And I bet you 75% of Americans or people around the world have no clue what's going on with ChatGPT and AI. I marvel at this stuff, but I think it's the beginning of the end for us. We've all been warned about the robots taking over and the robots doing more than they should do. This is not packing groceries. This is really getting in your life now. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
what
like
is
it.
very important, you can listen to every tip or advice, but you have to take your own decision, because when you listen to ChatGPT only, it means that you put away the responsibility of your life. And let's say
Yeah.
if both of you will come to my session and you will ask me even simple dating question, where to bring my first date. Mike is like married, it's not a question for him, but
Right.
you know, like where
Right.
would I handle my first business meeting? What is about knowing him and knowing you, because I know background of both of you and
Mhm.
stereotypes of both of you and psychopath of both of you, I would give you different tips but not advices, because even if you go and apply for real psychologist and you would talk to me, you have to take your own decision where you bring the date.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike, you know a lot about this stuff. I don't. If, not to get too far off the topic, but how does it get all this information? How does it?
It studies you.
How? Where is this study
No, no.
taking place? I'm
It,
very
well,
confused.
so
It knows what I
in the
buy.
beginning it was called machine learning, right?
Okay.
It's the idea that all of the information that is out there in the internet is consumable by an artificial brain, right? And so it's the problem with artificial intelligence is that it's, as Iryna was saying, it it's based upon commands, and so it's whoever is training that source of artificial intelligence is by definition delivering a bias into that artificial intelligence based upon where it's why you had people that couldn't find any evidence on Google of Trump being shot in Butler, Pennsylvania, because the AI in Google was created such that it didn't allow them to get right. So it's there's there's a bias on the front end. So
Yeah.
the job Iryna has here is incredibly challenging. It's got to be a tremendous amount of work to put, because you're basically trying to port as much of your uh, knowledge on these topics in a non-opinionated way, just
Right.
factual way
Yeah.
into this this source. And That's got to be
It's
really
not
hard.
only knowledge. Thank you for appreciating it, but it's not only knowledge. It's when you talk to a client in real dialogue. I just feel like I have connection and I know exactly what's going to be my next question. Because for somebody to embrace confidence, you will come with the two similar tasks. For one person, you have to go and heal your relationship with mother when you were 5. And for AJ, maybe it would be first love disappointment when he was 17 years old, you know? And so I just brought it up. It's out
Yeah.
of nowhere. So to heal the same challenge and the same trauma, there would be variety of ways. So when I'm now training this machine to be me, because I want to help as many people as possible, it's to ask correct questions, because you come to the therapist not to get advices. We have all our answers inside us. We come to the therapy to get questions and to hear the answers with our soul and our body. You know, to understand everything, to come to your own conclusions.
Yeah.
So this is a big challenge for me to train this machine now, and I want it to be as maximum as possible to be me. But I don't know, I'm
Yeah.
still in process, I'll honest. So I don't know how ChatGPT could do that, but there are people who trust it that much.
It's fascinating and it's scary because when we were kids growing up, there was a saying we had that if you put 100 monkeys in a room with 100 typewriters or 100 computers, eventually they'd write a story. That was something we said as kids. Now, you just can open up GPT and just say, write a story about XYZ, and it just spits it out. I can't believe we've gone from that question of, yeah, I guess if you put a bunch of monkeys in a room after a certain amount of years, they'll write a book. Now you can write a book in a day. I can't understand this.
Well, look, there's a lot of areas in which AI potentially represents a threat to
Yeah,
humanity, a threat to
sure.
this particular application. It's pretty easy to see what a great thing it would be when, if you could bring efficiency, like a lot of people doing telemedicine now. There are apps that help connect you with a therapist so you can do an online therapy session more efficiently than going to a professional's office and everything like that. This takes that and puts it on absolute steroids to where you in the palm of your hand. And we know how much we really enjoy
Yeah,
the features and functionality that are baked into the app now, but having the ability to issue a query
yeah.
to an artificial intelligence that's built by Iryna and based upon everything Iryna knows and who she is and how all of that,
Wild. It's great.
the ability to get immediate feedback from a question.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
yeah.
game changing in
Oh,
terms of
God.
therapy.
Of
And so
course.
I think you could be on the doorstep of something,
Yeah.
tremendous. I mean, I could see a multi-billion-dollar industry sprouting from this. And so, God, I
Yeah,
hope
Oh,
I can't
yeah,
wait until it's available. And
yeah.
certainly, you got two knuckleheads here that are
Yeah.
willing
Yeah.
to be the monkeys
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and try it out.
Yeah.
you know why we need it? We all need it, at least to pick it up in this way, interacting even with robot at home, that hopefully going to be trained in the best way by me. Because some people have stereotypes that go to the therapy. It's something when you're lost in life and you're scared to share with your friend or family that you're using some services. Other people don't want to be seen by their neighbors. But there is so much diversity nowadays. You're poor, rich, you're black or white, I don't know, you are left or right, and so on and so on. So I think people need to go through this with some kind of support, that when you don't need to wait 2 other months, when you can get it, when you had a fight with your wife 2 o'clock in the night and you can't fall asleep and you have somebody to talk to and calm you down and put you in
Yeah.
peace
That's a
and
good
help you
point.
to sleep.
That's a good point. What I hope it doesn't happen, and I guess maybe it's being done right now. Let's say I'm writing a book. I'm writing my book, And I get to a certain point in the book where I'm not quite sure. I have writer's block. I just can't find out where to go. You're telling me I could go to ChatGPT and ask, where do I take this next chapter? And they might know where I take the next chapter in the book. That's so crazy.
Yes and no. You have always to keep your idea, otherwise it's useless. Because if
I
I
agree.
will set up the same command,
Yeah.
but so it has to use your unique personality and idea.
Right.
Otherwise, all journalists will write the same articles, and
Which
all
they're doing now
photographers
anyhow.
will create,
Yeah.
yes, the same, pictures and so on, because there are different types of AI to create video, pictures,
right.
text, and so on.
Right. It's crazy, man. Really
Yeah.
scary, and
They Yeah, they can get our mindset, but they will never have our soul. That's what we as
that's
humans
true.
have to keep.
Joe, thanks, Iryna. Thanks, AJ. We'll be back
Okay.
at you next week with another episode of Relationships is a Bitch.
See you guys.
Thank
Okay, so, Jesus, she dropped fast.